Hello, my name is Zack Tarter, and I'm the business analyst for Team 6, Manage Like a Boss. I'm here today to talk to you about the project scope statement, our team's assumptions, as well as the project constraints. I'd first like to apologize for my absence today. I'm very confident in my team's preparation, as well as their ability to address any questions you may have at the end of the presentation. I'd first like to start by discussing the project scope. There are two major deliverables on this project, the first being delivering Talos 4 a recommendation to pursue or forego investing in Coastal Ventures clean tech portfolio. The second being delivering a detailed plan for conducting a due diligence. The detailed plan may include listing of key elements of a due diligence assessment, a work breakdown structure that identifies the work to be completed and the linkages to the attributes, a network diagram that shows the flow of the work to be completed, tabulation of resources required to accomplish the work, the estimated cost of each work package, including a basis of estimates and the associated assumptions per basis of estimate, and a risk assessment, as well as any risk mitigations that we identify, and finally, an organization structure for the due diligence work team. Moving on to our team's assumptions. Our team assumes that all project deliverables and schedule have been agreed upon by Talos 4, that all documentations and correspondence back and forth will be submitted in English. All resources are available throughout the duration of the project, that the required documentation and information is up to date and will be provided by the responsible party throughout the duration of the project. Any costs of additional items are to be carried by Talos 4, and that documentation in the future will be delivered at the agreed upon time. The scope of the project is final, and any proposed scope modification will be addressed under the agreed to formal scope change process. And finally, the last assumption, that any recommendation information provided today is subject to change as we move towards our final milestone of submitting our final report with the due diligence assessment. Finally, constraints. The project plan has been submitted and approved in accordance with the milestone schedule identified on the screen. Our resources have been assigned by our project manager, and the work has commenced. As you can see, the three major milestones, two of the three have been completed. First being our first presentation that was completed on October 17th. And our second is our second presentation, which is currently underway. Our third and final milestone is due December 12th, which is a hard constraint. This is where we will submit our final report to Talos 4 with recommendations as well as a due diligence assessment plan, inclusive of all of the items I mentioned previously. Our team is constrained to 60 hours worth of work, as well as not to exceed the $6,000 budget. Our detailed targets can be found on our basis of estimates, and our team is working diligently through these constraints as we move forward.